Cosgrove. And looked like they were going to throw a flag there. No offsides call. So the Wildcats, letting the play clock run down, have to get it off. They will. Voss. And he gets stopped on the play. A helmet came off the field, and now a flag is thrown.
That's a well-earned flag. That was too much extra stuff from number 17 on Belleville, Jamari Button. Too much. Grabbing at the helmet, whistle had blown. You can't let that extracurricular stuff happen.
Yeah, the Wildcats wanted a flag on the offsides that wasn't called. But that will be a 15-yard penalty. They'll take that with 1:39 to go.
And it really, it gives Plymouth the ball. Obviously a new set of downs and good field position considering the time left. That's a bad play by Button after the whistle had blown. Take your hands off and get the stop. You're pitching a shutout right now. Keep it that way.
Giving the Wildcats a first down.
Ball's all the way at the 23-yard line for an automatic first down for the Wildcats. A minute and 38 left. Cosgrove gets set. We have 4 wide receivers out. He's going to throw it here. Looking to throw deep down the field, looking for the end zone. And that one is going to be incomplete, batted out of the hands of Preston Long, his senior wideout.
And the way Cosgrove lofted that pass, that had interception written all over it, but luckily Long was able to just kind of bat the ball away, and instead of Belleville being able to cleanly intercept it. That's a smart play. Just with the way that Cosgrove threw that, he lofted it in the air, gave Belleville plenty of time to read it and get under it. Luckily for Plymouth, Long was doing the same and got his hands in there just to knock it away. Talk about a huge swing if that would have been picked off.
Yeah, absolutely, but the Wildcats able to keep it. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line of the Tigers. Cosgrove gonna keep it. Trying to get some room, and he can't. He gets knocked down really hard on that play by Aaron Alexander. Loss of 2, and that makes it 3rd and 12. Approaching
3rd and 12 now for Plymouth. We'll see what they do here. Are they going to air it out, or are they going to try to run it on the ground, gain a couple yards, send the field goal unit out? Under 50 seconds left here in the half.
Cosgrove has 2 wide receivers to his right. 40 seconds. Gets it off. Steps back for a lot of pressure. That one is going to be caught by Andrew Julian. And look, the ball is loose at the end of the play. And looks like they're going to say he was down first.
Pass is complete to number 8.
Belleville was running to the end zone. Thought that was a fumble.
That looked like a fumble. That looked like a fumble. I don't think he was down before he lost that football.
Clock still running. 16 seconds. It's 4th down. Ball is at the 17-yard line. Clock's under 10 seconds. And they take a timeout. And clock stopped at 3 seconds.
This on the field, timeout, Wildcats.
It's their first time out.
So we'll see what they do here. We'll see if they add any time on the clock. They may do that as well. What they're just going to do, are they going to keep the offense on the field and go to the end zone? What's the idea here? They just send the unit out and try to tack on 3 points before they have. Belleville's going to start with the football as the coin toss and elected to receive the opening.
So how much? Until about 5, but that might give Plymouth one more shot here to throw the football. Well, it is 4th down, so never mind. You know, they got one shot here, and it's the field goal unit. This is going to be a 34-yard attempt by Jackson Vaca, looking to add 3 points on the board here. He's getting ready. Sean Coughlin with the hold. Snap, the kick is away, and it is, that one is good. A 34-yard field goal is good by Jackson Vaca. And that looks like that's going to end the first half of play.
I think they're going to put a couple seconds on the clock here. And then they're going to put 2 seconds left on that clock. And we're going to have a kickoff, and Belleville's going to have the opportunity to return it if they deem that that's what they want to do. But how about that? Up against the wire, a 34-yard field goal, and Plymouth gets on the board.
It's 28-3 in favor of the Tigers here. You mentioned the Tigers do get the ball first to begin the second half. They're going to put 3 seconds on the clock.
3 seconds will be.
So we'll see if the Wildcats just squib it. Don't want to let the Tigers get a huge return before halftime.
Yeah, I would anticipate a squib, and that's what would make the most sense if you're Plymouth. You know that Belleville's capable of breaking off the big return. So you probably want to be cautious here.
So Vaca getting ready. 3 seconds left. Squib kick here. It's going to take a couple bounces. Burke's going to get to it at the 30-yard line. Looking to create some room. Still on his feet. Still going. And he trips up at the 45-yard line. He had the way to go all the way, but tripped up on himself, and that's going to end the first half of play.
That's really unfortunate if you're Belleville and Burks, and he's kicking himself for that. I'll be a little bit laughing too, with just how this game has gone for him, but yeah, that's going to do it here for half number 1.
So our halftime score here in this one, it's the Belleville Tigers 28 and the Plymouth Wildcats 3 here in the first round of the MHSAA playoffs and in our Detroit Free Press game of the week. Looking forward to the second half. Get ready for that one as well. I just want to say our Diamond Elite sponsors Detroit Public Schools Community District. Our children need to be in school, as every school day counts for their academic, social, and emotional development. Detroit Public Schools Community District is preparing students for their rise and has implemented a safe return of options to meet the needs of our families, including face-to-face learning and online learning at home or in a learning center. The DPSCD team has been working hard to serve families during this difficult time and remains focused on providing outstanding academic, arts, and athletic programs and exceptional student education services. Please join us in thanking DPSCD teachers and staff for preparing for your child's rise to build a stronger Detroit. Enroll your child at Detroit Public Schools Community District by visiting DetroitK12.org or calling 313-240-4377. Remember, when students rise, we all rise. It's a 28-3 lead for the Belleville Tigers over the Plymouth Wildcats here at halftime. We'll be back for the second half. We'll be right back right here on the Detroit Free Press Game of the Week. And welcome back, everybody, to Belleville High School here in the first round of the 2020 MHSA football playoffs. It's a 28-3 lead for the Belleville Tigers over the Plymouth Wildcats here in our Detroit Free Press Game of the Week, and ready to start the second half of action. Alex Johnson and Aaron Johnson with you for the call this evening. Some Friday night football on the night before Halloween. So the Belleville Tigers will get the ball first to begin the second half.
Wildcats will be kicking off. Back deep for the Tigers. Number 4.
And remember, Alex, at the end of the first half, it was Burks
Number 32. Jack
that was almost able to take it to the end zone, but had gotten tripped up on his way.
So we'll see what happens this time.
He's already got one touchdown today.
He's able to run it through the house, getting by everybody. Was a punt return touchdown by Johnson. A run for a touchdown by Lee. And then Drew Reed with only one passing touchdown in the first half. That's something else to mention as well. And that's an onside kick. And the ball's loose. And it's going to be recovered by the Tigers.
Plymouth tried to pull a quick one there, and they had to go 10 yards. It didn't go 10 yards, so they weren't able to pick it up. And then Belleville just kind of circled around it and picked it up. And was able to break all away for some free yards there. And they have real good field position to start. You don't want to give a team like Belleville that good of field position, but that's exactly what they got here. And we'll see if Christian Dureed is going to come out here in the second half and, 3 touchdowns away from breaking the MHSAA state record for touchdowns thrown. Sitting at 121 right now through just one in the first half.
And that was to Rashad Wilson. We'll see what we could do here in the second half. So look at the call for the play in the I formation. Steps back to throw. Looking deep down the field. Looking for it all to the end zone. Incomplete. That was in and out of the hands. They dropped it that time. Yeah, he was wide open down the field, could not hold on to it. That's the junior wide receiver, Tyree Lockett. So second down and 10. Cortez Gibbs. Short pass this time. That one is complete to Cameron Moore, the junior wide receiver. Gets brought down to the play by Andrew Julian.
You are kicking yourself right now. You win your one-on-one matchup. It's really just a foot race. He's much quicker, much faster. He wins it wide open in the end zone, and Christian Dewey, he's not going to overthrow you. He put it right on the money, just in and out of that hand. That's a killer. You're Cortez Gibbs.
That formation, do read in a shotgun as well. Fakes the run. He's going to keep it. He's got some space, and he's finally pushed out inside the 10-yard line. Making the play that time for the Wildcats. That was the junior linebacker, Nathan Curtis. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line for a first and goal.
First and goal, Tigers.
So on first and goal, He's going to hand it off this time. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. That looked like the senior running back, Kobe Langford. So loss of 2. Makes it 2nd and goal from the 11. Looking to throw over to the right. That one will be caught by Cortez Gibbs for a touchdown. That's Christian Drew Reed's 2nd touchdown of the night. Gibbs was unable to get the last catch he had in the end zone, but he gets it this time for an 11-yard touchdown reception.
Jonathan Brewer ready for the extra point.
Jonathan Brewer getting ready to kick the extra point. The snap, the kick, that one is going to be blocked. That's the 2nd time Brewers' point after has been blocked by the Wildcats here tonight. So the score will be 34-3 with 10 and 26 to go here in the 3rd.
Wildcats 3.
So now the Wildcats will get ready for their first offensive drive of the 2nd half.
That was a quick drive from Belleville. Kind of what you expected, and they get what they want in terms of how they score the football. It's Christian Drew Reed. And, you know, I think everyone kind of imagines that Christian Drew Reed is going to hit this record at some point. It's how much he can take control of it. How many touchdowns can he get? You know, they don't want him just to get to 125 and take the lead. They want him to get to 130, 135. You know, this is a long postseason. A lot of football left to be played. You know, you can say, oh, this is Belleville. They're going to have plenty of time to do it. And yeah, that's part of it. Getting there is part of it. You want to build your own. You want to build on top of that record if you're Christian Drew Reed. And right there, another touchdown. Gets him a touchdown closer, sitting at 122. 2 away from tying the record. And Belleville continues to play sound football.
They absolutely have been here tonight, Aaron, but now the Wildcats getting ready to get back out on the field for offense. They were able to end the first half with a field goal by Spencer Vaca. Here is the kickoff getting underway. This one will be caught by Ben Klein at the 10-yard line, looking to stay up on his feet, and he gets brought down near the 40-yard line, past the 40. The Wildcats have been able to get some nice returns.
Been somewhat of a sloppy performance from the special teams unit of Belleville. I mean, that's not the first time tonight that Plymouth has been able to break off a big return and put themselves in pretty solid field position to start their drive. You know, that's something that, you know, maybe not tonight is going to really affect Belleville, but moving forward, that's going to play a big role. You know, you start getting in later in the playoffs, closer games, that kind of stuff's not going to fly, and it's going to you know, hurt you. It's going to put you in bad positions. So,
even if it doesn't result in a touchdown, even if you get them good field position, like in your territory, you start past midfield. So Cosgrove stopped on the play.
Number 8, Oman, the ball carrier, brought down by...
Yeah, you never want to give up good field position. I mean, it allows a team to build momentum, gain momentum, build energy. You don't want that. You know, you're trying to beat a team, not give them any momentum, not let them feel like they're in the game or have a chance, you know, and those kind of returns, they're going to have a greater impact in a negative way once you start getting into tighter games.
So loss of 4 by Cosgrove makes it 2nd and 14 at the 36 on that play. He's going to keep it once again. And they've relied on him to do that constantly throughout the game.
25, Alexander.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Approaching 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And this is where if you're Belleville, now you have to play discipline. You know, they had a couple penalties in the first half, a penalty that extended Belleville's scoring drive at the end of the first half. They have to play disciplined here. Don't commit a silly personal foul, get caught moving off sides. You have to be smart here.
3rd down and 12. Throw 38-yard line for the Wildcats. 4 up front, make it 5. Quick throw over to Julian, and a late flag is thrown.
Penalty flag on the play.
And we'll see what this is on. Cosgrove just quickly fired that one over to his tight end, Andrew Julian.
Looks like that's going to be on Belleville.
I'm trying to figure out what a back judge did for.
Penalty against Belleville, pass interference.
And they're going to call pass interference on that play.
That's not the right call. I mean, Belleville's secondary didn't do anything there to impede a route run from Julian. That's not a good call. And it's just funny because I was just talking about Belleville has to be disciplined. They can't commit a silly penalty. They didn't really commit a penalty right there. Yeah, and if I'm the Belleville sideline, I'm not too happy with that.
Julian wasn't in the position to make the catch.
That's the biggest thing. He wasn't. It's not like he was turning around towards the football with his arms up trying to catch it. He wasn't really close enough to the ball to make a play.
Gives the Wildcats another opportunity. He's looking over to his right, Cosgrove. And he gets stopped by a swarm of Tigers. He gets brought down by the linebacker, Ramir Lewis, as well as the junior linebacker, Cameron Dyson. Gain of 1 on the play, approaching 8 minutes to go in the 3rd. Scores 34-3 in favor of Belleville. The Wildcats talking it over here.
And it's a consistent long huddle and process for them to snap the football. They've taken a lot of time every down in getting the ball snapped.
They're going to have Preston Long this time take it.
Out goes the ball carrier.
And he can't get anything going on that play. Dyson with the tackle. And
timeout on the field official timeout.
It looks like we have an injury timeout. Someone on the Wildcats is down. Let's see who that is. It looks like it's the junior offensive lineman, Ralph Buckley. He's down on the play. Both sides will go over to their sidelines. Again, the training staff out there, hopefully he is okay.
Yeah, I certainly wish to see him get up quickly here and be all right. And that's looking to be the case, thankfully. Maybe a little shaken up, a little gimpy, but he looks to be okay, and that's always really good to see. You obviously never want to see someone go down.
Let's give these cheerleaders a nice round of applause out here in the cold, cheering for you tonight.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 at the Tiger 47 for Plymouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wildcats will have it 3rd down and 9 at the Tigers 47.
Kind of the same situation as these past 3rd downs for Belleville. Discipline, no penalties.
Let's go defense!
Play your defense that you've played throughout this game that's been so successful.
Let's go defense!
different formation again with Lawn in the back. Lost the snap, able to get to it, and it gets stopped really quickly
Right away by number 18,
on the play.
Azan Bird. That brings up 4th down for the Wildcats.
Looks like the punting unit's going to come out.
Number 9, Daryl Johnson.
Azan Beard with the tackle, and then the Wildcats will have to send this one away.
The Wildcats, Jackson Vaca.
Vaca is going to punt this one away. Johnson back to return. Already has a touchdown. Earlier tonight, I should say. That was in the first quarter. Clock's approaching 6:10 to go here in the third. Able to get it away. Johnson at about the 18-yard line. Looks over to his right at the 30, and he gets brought down on the play by Mark Dagger. And that's where the Tiger offense will begin their next drive.
Looks like there was a flag thrown, too.
Flag on the play. Pair of 9's on that play. Daryl Johnson on the return. On the tackle, number 9, Mark Dagger.
Holding on the Tigers is the call.
Flag on the play against Belleville for holding.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So we'll see what Belleville does here to start off their drive. You know, it's been the talk of the night. What are they going to do? Is Christian Dury going to break this record? And, you know, about halfway through the third quarter, he's still 2 touchdowns away from tying the record. We'll see if they quickly try to air it out here and get him touchdown number 3. But, you know, they've done some different stuff. They've certainly run the football a fair amount, and, you know, they haven't just dropped back every play and said, hey, Christian, you know, go for it. You know, they've played a scheme, and it's not just been throw the football. So, you know, we'll see what they do here. A lot of time left to work with.
2 touchdowns so far for Drew Reed. He gets at the 25-yard line after the penalty in 1st and 10. 5:54 to go here in the third. So 34-3 lead for Belleville. Drew Reed calling the play. Gets it off. Lots of pressure coming. He gets it off quickly, and that one is going to be caught on the play by Cameron Moore. There was heavy pressure on the play. That was Cody Durucka, the junior linebacker, trying to make the sack on Drew Reed.
And Drew Reed a little gimpy getting up after that play.
He's looking okay, going to stay in. So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. He was out of bounds. High formation, Drew Reed. Going to hand it off. Rouser gets past the 1st down. That's a nice gain of 11 on the play. Rouser's made some key plays over the course of this game.
Yeah, he's been an impact player for them on the offensive side of the field. The defense, you know, we haven't really said much about them tonight. It's just kind of been, they haven't really had the opportunity to make many big plays because of the way that Plymouth has played. So, you know, a lot of the stuff we've talked about has been offensively with this team, and Rouser certainly having a nice performance on that side of the field.
And before the play, they had 4 wide receivers out on the field. And Plymouth will call a timeout with 5:13 to go here in the third quarter, their first. Just like to mention, tonight's Detroit Free Press Game of the Week was presented by Detroit Public Schools Community District. Every school day counts for our children's academic, social, and emotional development. Detroit Public Schools Community District is preparing students for their rise and is safely providing face-to-face learning and online learning at home or in a learning center. Enroll today. Visit DetroitK12.org or call 313-240-4377. Remember, when students rise, we all rise. So Plymouth talking things over after they called the timeout. It's a 34-3 lead for the Tigers here in this one. Some other scores happening from around the Metro Detroit area. Late in the third quarter, River Rouge up 14-0. They are the defending Division III state champions over Gibraltar Carlson 14-0. It's now a 20-14 lead for Grand Blanc over Lake Lurian. They were down early in that contest, able to make a comeback in that game. Lots of action going around the first week of the playoffs here at MHSAA football.
36.
So first down and 10 at the 36-yard line for Christian Dew Reed. Here's the run on the play. Rouser, and he's out of bounds past midfield.
He's pushed out of bounds by number 1, Preston Long.
Yeah,
Preston.
they're running the football here. You know, to me, it kind of feels like run it a couple times, set up the pass. But we know that this Belleville team can break out right here. We've seen a couple runs go the distance, so you know they're getting big chunks of yards. They're getting first downs. So, you know, we'll see. But this certainly feels like a run the ball a couple times to set up the pass.
They have it now at the 48-yard line in Plymouth territory for a Tiger first down. Dew Reed, 4 wide receivers out, looking to throw. Lots of time, looking to throw deep down the field, looking for Burks. And too far, incomplete.
Yeah, that one just a little bit too far out in front of Burks. That's the kind of the first time I think we've seen a little bit too much on the football from Dew Reed. He's been pretty consistent tonight in being on the mark with his throws, so that's kind of the first time we've seen him miss his target.
He's able to recover on second down. Looking to move past that play. Burks is coming off the field. Second down and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line. Dew Reed. Calling the play at the line in the shotgun. 2 are deep on defense for the Wildcats. Dew Reed gets it. Gets the snap. Lots of time to throw. Looking deep down the field. That one is going to be caught for another Belleville touchdown.
Reed pass complete to Maurice Hitchcock for the Tigers touchdown.
He was able to throw that one deep down the field for another touchdown, his 3rd of the game.
Yeah, just way too easy, and Dew Reed just such an excellent arm, great strength, and good accuracy. And obviously he overthrew that football on the last play, but this time drops back and just dots it. I mean, an incredible pass, and Belleville continues to blow this one open.
That was Maurice Hitchcock. Usually plays quarterback, but coming in to make that play and make that catch.
And he ran a great route, and he lost his defender in the dust.
So touchdown number 123 for Christian Dew Reed in his career. Brewers kick is good. 41-3 is the score. The Tigers have the lead with 4:23 to go here in the third quarter. Now Dew Reed is just 1 touchdown away from tying the record.
Plenty of time left in this football game for him to do that.
So now the Wildcats getting back out onto the field. Belleville looking to make a run like we've seen a lot here this evening. Able to do that here tonight. Mentioned earlier that they made it to the state semifinals the last 2 seasons. Looking to make it to the state championship this season.
And this is certainly a very well-balanced roster. You look at what they have, and obviously the offense kind of speaks for itself, led by Christian Dureed. But you look at that defense, and you look at all the Division I offers across the board that this team has, and all the talent there. It's hard to not think that this team is good enough to win a state championship this year with all of the talent they have. But that's how it is every year in the MHSAA. There's always a slew of good teams.
That one is just going to be picked up on the play by the Wildcats.
Number 40 on the recovery there, Sam Fletcher.
Making the play that time is Sam Pluckner. It's not going to be easy for the Tigers. It's not going to be an easy path, especially when you get into the deeper rounds of the playoffs. A lot of good teams, like we mentioned, on their side of the bracket with Cass Tech. Some of the other talented teams, West Bloomfield.
Yeah, we've seen both of them this year, and we've seen Cass Tech 2-3 times. They've looked very, very good in every game we've seen them play in. West Bloomfield, we saw beginning of the season. Obviously, another very good team over there. So, this side of the bracket, a lot of good teams. Certainly, those three among the top teams. And we could see some very good matchups here.
So now the Wildcats get back to work. Cosgrove getting set.
This on the field.
With three.
Wildcats, their second.
Wildcats will use their second timeout with 3:19 to go here in the third quarter. And then on the other side of the bracket, we know we talked about a lot of the teams over there. Davison on the opposite side, Clarkston, Detroit Catholic Central. There are some of the other very good teams on that side as well that could be a test to Belleville later on in the playoffs.
And don't sleep on Catholic Central. We saw them last week in the Prep Bowl defeat Loyola, and they looked very, very good. A newly run system over there. They've been known for being a football program that consistently runs it on the ground and runs it on the ground, but they have started to throw the football more, and it's led to some great success for that team. And obviously, as always, a very scary defensive group over there as well. That's a very complete team that maybe people don't think about when they think about contenders in Division I, but Catholic Central certainly needs to be talked about as one.
Absolutely. They're going to lose the snap here. Cosgrove had to just pick it up. And it gets tackled down on the play by a swarm of Tigers.
Number 40 brought down by the Tigers. Number 27, Ostrander.
Justin Ostrander with the tackle. Under 3 minutes to go. 41-3 is the score in favor of the Tigers.
Looks like Sam Plensner in at quarterback now for Plymouth.
He's only a freshman. They're going to get the stop this time on Spencer Voss. And Pluckner getting some experience at the quarterback position.
Clark Lewis, also in the play 64.
Yeah, and that's certainly, I guess, as what you would call throwing them to the wolves. Hey, go out and play a Division I state championship favorite. Go out there and perform. And, some might question that style of coaching where you just kind of throw them out there. But, you look at where you're at in this game, and obviously it would be very unlikely that you're coming back. This is a great opportunity to give a young quarterback an opportunity against a very good team to kind of learn, get his first feel, as he could be a big-time quarterback for this program down the line.
He lost the snap, and he's going to be brought down near the goal line, or the 1 yard line.
The ball carrier.
And it's going to be fourth down and very long.
Number 27.
Ostrander has made some key tackles here.
Tigers, Ostrander.
The Wildcats unable to get anything going that time. A team that has gone through a lot this season. Unfortunately, injuries have not gone their way.
And that's certainly unfortunate. You know, they've definitely battled a lot of injuries throughout the years on both sides of the football. You know, you never want to see that plague a program the way it has plagued this Plymouth team, so you certainly feel for them in that regard. There's no question about it.
So now Vaca is going to send this one away in his own end zone. Belleville's going to put a lot of pressure, able to get it off. Johnson calls for it at the 38. Scrambles around, gets through one tackler. That was Dagger. Looking over to his left. He's at the 15-yard line. He's at the 10. And he's going to be brought down inside near the 5-yard line. He almost could have brought it in for a second punt return touchdown of the night. But the Tigers are going to get a first and goal opportunity as we end the third quarter.
Yeah, this has been, you know, it's turned into a running clock affair here, but Belleville, you know, they know what they have out on their mind. Christian Dureed, he's going to come back out on that football field and look for that next touchdown.
You know, both sides talking it over, getting ready to begin the final quarter of play. Just like to mention, this broadcast is brought to you by the Detroit Free Press, your flagship news and information source for sports in Michigan. The Free Press has launched a new digital subscription model, which gives high school sports fans exclusive access to Mick McCabe's weekly columns, rankings, and predictions. Your support will help the Free Press stream high school football games all season long. Subscribe tonight at free.com for our latest promotional offer. So it's going to be first and goal at the 5-yard line after the punt return by Daryl Johnson. So the Tigers getting back out here to work. Dureed with 3 touchdowns here this evening. They're going to try to get him the touchdown to tie the record here on this play.
That's the Wildcats 5-yard line, first and goal.
And the ref's trying to get Belleville to line up, get this going.
So let's see if he can get this one here. First and goal at the 5. Dureed calling the play. I formation, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to his left. They're going to run it here on the first play, and he's going to go into the end zone. They're going to call for a touchdown on the run. That was Deshaun Green.
Tigers touchdown.
He went into the end zone.
I think everyone here was anticipating, oh, they're going to give it to Christian. And maybe there was a miscommunication there. It certainly made sense to let Christian throw the football there. But
Brewer for the extra point. Johnson to hold.
So now Brewer, high snap, gets this one away, and that one is going to be no good. He missed it to the right. So it's going to be 47-3 with 11:50 to go here in this one. So now the Tigers will go back on defense. Able to do what they had to do here tonight.
yeah, they certainly did. And put on a great performance.
Plymouth came back out onto the field, getting ready to receive the kickoff. They were able to make things interesting in the first half with the fake punt, able to move the ball down the field. The Tigers were able to respond to that.
Back deep, number 4, Oborowski.
So 47-3 is the score here in the fourth quarter.
Kicking off for the Tigers, number 26, Jonathan Brewer.
Belleville has to be very happy with their performance here today. You know, you would have liked to have maybe seen them pitch a shutout. That's what they're capable and have done plenty of times this year.
That was a line drive on the play for Brewer right over to Justin Rogers.
Number 52 on the return, Justin Rogers. In on the tackle, a host of Tigers led by number 82, Kevin Sims.
So Sims on the tackle.
We'll have it first and 10 from
Kevin Sims. So now here comes Pluckner and the Wildcat offense. Clock under 11 minutes to go here in this one. They get the ball at their own 46-yard line to start this drive. Gets it off. Gonna hand it off to Voss. Voss gets stopped at midfield, gets tackled by Charles Wilson,
led by number
junior
41,
defensive back.
Wilson, also in the play 27, Ostrander.
Voss slow to get up, able to get back up.
And Rudd moves the ball up.
Third,
right
second
at
and 6.
midfield.
Approaching 10 minutes to go here in the game.
You know, if you're Belleville, obviously you don't like playing in all of these blowouts. But on the flip side, when you're able to get in your second, your third string guys and let them get repetitions, gain experience, that's what gives a good team depth. And it's something that could make a good team even great, is you get these different guys in the mix and you let them grow and get on-field reps in games, in meaningful games. That's something it's really important, I think, for a program, especially at the high school level, and it's certainly at the college level as well. It builds your depth, and it builds, a sense of, continuity in the program. That you have guys down the line that are ready to go, that have the experience, that have been on the varsity field, that have played in the varsity games, that have played in the varsity playoff games. I think that's something that's very, very important and is something that shouldn't be overlooked. And I think that's something that certainly has made an impact for this Belleville program, is they're able to give their young players and give their backup players opportunities, because obviously their first string is so talented and is so explosive that they're in a lot of blowout contests. And it gives these other guys that opportunity, and it lets them get better.
Trying to Klein here again on 3rd and 4, looking to get the first down. He does. And he's able to move the chains. Clock with 8:23 to go. It's a nice run by Klein.
Moves the ball down to the Tigers' 44-yard line where the Wildcats.
Plymouth able to keep the drive alive. Able to talk it over, get back to work for their next play. Fleckner gonna hand it off to Klein. gets a few yards on the play. The Wildcats coming into the season, the brand new head coach, having to make a lot of transitions over the course of the offseason into the season. Team lost a lot of talent last year, more than 20 seniors.
Yeah, it's certainly a tough challenge for a program to deal with. You know, you lose that many guys, and presumably a lot of those seniors were, you know, normal players on your team that got a lot of reps. And, you know, that's something that's incredibly tough to replace, but it's also why it's so important to find time, find reps, find snaps for your younger guys to get out on the field.
Klein able to get a few yards. Clock under 7 minutes to go here in this one.
Right down by number 45, Lewis.
So that was Kamari Clark Lewis on the tackle.
Brings up a 3rd down and 4.
So 3rd down and 4 at the 38-yard line, 6:26 to go. Klein, once again, with some more room, looking to get the first down marker. We'll see where he's spotted. He needed to get to the 34.
Looks like he might be just short.
Clock approaching 6 minutes here in this one. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 35-yard line. Love to get something going, love to get some momentum. If you're the Wildcats, you're late in this one, able to finish out strong. 4th and 1, Pleckner. Gonna get off to Klein. Klein able to get the first down marker. Able to get there. He's done really well this drive. Able to get the handoff. Take it for a few yards at a time, and able to get the first down.
Well, it looks a little bit different than what Plymouth was doing consistently throughout the majority of this game, which was send it up the middle. Just go up the middle and try to run into the teeth of that big, athletic defensive line of Belleville. Now they're starting to gain more consistent yards by taking the ball to the outside, and yeah, you got to be quick because Belleville's going to get to you if you run in a, if you don't get to the outside in time to make your play down the field. But right there, he's moving quickly and he gains a couple of yards, and right there, it's good enough to move the chains for a first down.
4:36 to go. 47-3 is the lead for Belleville. Pleckner gonna decide to throw it. Trying to throw it down the field for Andrew Julian. That one's gonna be incomplete.
And he missed a wide open member to his left. Looked like that was Cody Dureka or maybe Ben Klein. Tough to see with the numbers right now, but it looks like it was Dureka who was wide open to his left, but he just kind of turned to his right and immediately got rid of it to a man who was facing some tight coverage, and he missed his wide open target. That would have potentially resulted in a touchdown with how much space he had.
Yeah, Julian was open, and you go up to the other side, they could have scored as well. But Pleckner threw the ball out of his hands really quickly after the snap. 2nd down and 10, 3:36 to go. Pleckner calling a play, calling the audible. It's off to Klein. On 2nd down, a swarm of Tigers able to get him.
By the interior defensive line.
He's brought down the play.
play.
Casey Gordon, a sophomore defensive lineman, making the tackle. Gain of 1, 3rd and 9 at the 33-yard line. 3 minutes to go here in this one. 47-3 is the lead for the Tigers.
And Plymouth trying to squeeze one more score out of this game. Still a couple minutes left. They face for them a big third down.
Kleckner. Steps back to throw. Throws over to his left. That one was nearly intercepted by on the play.
For number 7.
Looked like it was Dyson.
Goes incomplete.
So now it's 4th down and 9.
Wildcat. Ball placed at the 33 of the Tigers.
They're trying to get one more play off of this drive. They're able to get the first down. They got to get to the 24 with under 2 minutes to go. Kleckner. And a timeout will be called.
This on the field, timeout Wildcats.
With 1:38 to go.
Not quite sure what the point of this timeout is, but that's their final one. So no more left to use.
Talking things over here.
I get the idea of wanting to score the football here and wanting to extend your drive, but at the same time, is it something that, especially when this isn't something, you know, that's imperative to your team this season? You know, unfortunately for Plymouth, once that final whistle blows, their season is going to be over. Is it something that you want to take a timeout for and stop the clock? And, you know, it was a quick timeout, you know, and that's fine. But is that necessary in a blowout game?
They're going to try a field goal here from 50 yards away. Jackson Vaca. He made one from 34 earlier. So he's going to try this one from 50 with 1:38 to go. This is not going to be an easy kick. And a flag is thrown.
Dead ball foul.
So we got 12 men on the field.
Illegal substitution against the Wildcats.
And that's going to move the ball back 5 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 14 at the 38. And they're going to decline the penalty.
Penalty declined by Belleville.
So it's going to be a 50-yard field goal for Spencer Vaca. For Jackson Vaca, I should say.
This would be quite the feat.
Jackson Vaca getting set. Snap. The kick is away. And that one will be no good. That one to the left.
Field goal just short. Nice try.
It's our turn now. Send him out there, bro.
Tigers will take over.
And the Tigers will take it over. Clock was continuing to run at 1:23.
Yeah, it's still running. Christian Dureed's got his helmet on, and we'll see what they do. Do they come in and, you know, this is something that Coach Crowell talked about with Mick McCabe on what you can read on the Detroit Free Press, freep.com. He talked about his decision in previous games to not take a knee, to keep throwing the football, to keep trying to score the football. He talked about wanting his team to finish ball games. So, you know, even something to look at after this game would be that article where you get to see Coach Crowell and hear some of his quotes.
Clock's at 46 seconds. Ball spotted back at the 20-yard line. Dureed running out of time. Has to throw. Looking, lots of pressure. A lot of defenders on him. Has to throw it. That one is going to be caught on a nice run. Able to get to the 40-yard line, getting brought down out of bounds with 22 seconds to go. That was a nice catch. That was caught by Lee. 13 seconds to go. A spike will not stop the clock. And a timeout's called with 7 seconds to go.
You know, I get it. I get it. And I just don't love it. I just don't love the idea of taking a timeout with 7 seconds left, up by 44 points. The clock was ticking. You know, this is beyond teaching your team how to finish a football game, in my opinion. It's excessive. And I get you want them to get to the record. It'd be awesome, and it would be well-deserved, 100%, absolutely. But you're seconds away on a ticking clock of ending this football game and earning your well-earned victory. I just don't see the sportsmanship of taking a time out there and stopping the clock. If they really want to snap the football and take one more chance with the clock still running and they're able to do it, good for them. That's great. I think taking a timeout, I don't think that's necessary. But, you know, again, that's something that Coach Crowell said. I'm going to do this, and people are not going to like me for it, and that's okay. Because this is how I'm going to run my program, because I want my team to win a state championship, and that's how I think they're going to be able to do it. I think it's an important part of the process.
Yeah, able to, when it comes down to the wire, these late games, Drew Reed's going to pass the one that's going to be complete to Daryl Johnson, able to create some space at the 40, circling around, still moving, and he's finally brought down at the 35-yard line. That is going to end the ball game. Final score 47-3. The Tigers will be moving on to the next round against the winner of Plymouth, Salem, or Northville.
And that was a great win for Belleville. Obviously, they were the better team in this football contest here today. They came out and played a good game on both sides of the ball. Obviously, they're very talented. They're going to be a team to watch throughout the postseason. And, you know, you're really, really excited if you're a Belleville football fan right now, because this team does not miss a beat. They come out on both sides of the football and look very good every week. So there's a lot to look forward to in this playoff season for Belleville. Obviously, you got to congratulate Plymouth on the season that they had. Faced a lot of adversity in terms of injuries, and obviously had to play a tough team in week 1 of the playoffs. So, you know, you tip your cap to them, but an impressive performance from Belleville here tonight, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to end our broadcast here tonight. The final score of this one, it's the Belleville Tigers 47 and the Plymouth Wildcats 3. On behalf of everyone here at the Detroit Free Press, on behalf of my partner Aaron Johnson, I'm Alex Johnson. Thank you for tuning into tonight's contest, and we'll see you next week right here on the Detroit Free Press Game of the Week. Good night, everyone, from Belleville. So long.